Welcome back to Inside the Cellar Studio. I'm Rebecca.
And I'm John.
I don't know, I just feel like I have to.
Sometimes you introduce me, sometimes you don't.
It's so weird to not do an introduction. This should be a pretty short video. We don't have a ton to talk about. We're going to first talk about the Canon F1 camera, though, that we were talking about last week that we had bought at the flea market for $200, and then it ended up being broken, well, damaged, and then all the accessories were broken, and we had it at auction, and it ended last Sunday with a last-minute bidder who then messaged us the next day and said they had problems with their bank and had to cancel the order. So we canceled the order. We blocked them. We don't mess around when it comes to people wasting our time. We just add them to our block list because it's not worth it for us to deal with that headache. We're happy to just block them and move on. And then we sent out second chance offers, which is actually the first time we've ever sent out second chance offers on an auction for something when someone didn't pay.
This way.
Yes.
We've done it before, but they changed it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they allow you to choose up to 20 bidders at their maximum bid. I only did 3 because then it dropped very quickly after the 3. And I changed the time because you can change how long they have to respond to that offer. So I changed it to 3 days to try to get it built up and get it out of here. Nobody responded. So that was kind of disappointing because they had been bidding on this auction and this item, and then they obviously didn't want it. So I was ready to just pull it, donate it, or let John hit it with a baseball bat because I know how much he's hated it. But he decided to go ahead and list it as a buy it now. We got an offer that same night, I think, right?
I think it was overnight, but yeah, same night.
We accepted it, and it's already gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, we lost money on it, but that's okay. We learned a lesson. I learned a lesson.
Don't buy cameras when she says to buy them.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually really funny. Talking about cameras, we talked about them last week. John started rounding up the extra cameras that we have lying around the house, which actually ended up being quite substantial. We did buy some to resell, and then just, as our kids have gone on vacation, they go spend time with my dad in Colorado, or they go with my mom and stepdad down to Texas to see my brother. They have little digital cameras that, just the point and shoot. We've picked them up at garage sales. We've never spent more than $10, I think, on one of them. And they're actually really valuable. Those kind of cameras, is there a certain megapixel? It's not necessarily stuck to a certain brand because we had Samsung, Nikon, and Canon, and they were all pretty valuable. So it's just, that was really crazy to me. So as John's pulling all the cameras, I did pull 2 of them that we will be keeping. Because one of them was our son's camera, and he used to record puppet shows and stuff on it. I don't know that he's used his in a while. So he took our old Nikon camera, and then I kept my old Nikon camera. They happen to be the 2 least valuable of them because some of them were $200+ and where these were probably $100. But I definitely am not going to buy them later on. Mm-mm. So that was really shocking to me. And then, of course, there was a camera that you had bought at a garage sale. No accessories. And the lady was like, oh, it's my dad's. We know nothing about it. So we bought the battery and charger, and
he only used it once. Well,
he dropped it once.
He dropped it once. So we get the battery, we turn it on. I turn it on. The whole LCD's cracked underneath. You can't tell if it's turned off, but you can when it's turned on. And then the lens zoomed out and got stuck, and then I just broke it and threw it away. I felt pretty good.
I mean, we only paid $5 for it probably at a garage sale. We don't typically spend a lot if we can't test it or see what it is.
Because now, especially, because they're always going to be broken in my mind.
Yeah. If you follow us on Instagram, we did,
which you all should, because it's an enjoyable gram. Is that what I'm supposed to say? I don't know. She does it. We rarely do it.
But I did post an update this week that we had bought a collection of the leatherette Louis L'Amour books, if that's how you say it. John and I have a difference of how we say it. That's how I say it.
We Googled it.
And that's how Google says to say it?
So that's how we're going to go with it.
So we should know. This one is like super valuable. But John found this ad on Facebook Marketplace, convenient while he's still recovering from surgery. So I said, well, give me a couple minutes. I'll be ready to go and load all these books up for you. We had to go to the people's house, which is always super weird to me in Marketplace deals because you never really know like what you're walking into. I would never want someone coming to my house or even knowing my address. But they were really nice. It was a husband and wife. They're moving. He knew the value of the books. He just didn't want to actually pack them up and ship them. And I don't blame him because they were in his upstairs library. So I got to load them up in bags and take them downstairs and out to the car. It was exhausting.
6 IKEA bags.
But
it's 120 books.
121, right? Including the two like weird ones. And then we only spent $100 on it. So we had to buy it. And in our Instagram post, we had said that it was going to be listed on eBay by the end of this week, but we actually had a private buyer, so they will be not listed on eBay.
Yep, they're already spoken for, down payment, and they're on their way, or they'll be on their way to their new owner. Mm-hmm. No shipping, no fees. It's great sale.
Mm-hmm. We did have to buy books on Amazon, or boxes on Amazon for these books because we really wanted to make sure that we were going to package them appropriately because they are so nice and in such great shape. Of course, they got delayed, but that's okay because we'll just pack them up for transportation when the boxes get here. Of course, the boxes did add an extra cost to the overall cost of the books, but we'll have extras to use in the future. It's kind of a weird size for us, but I'm sure we'll find something that will fit in there. Mm-hmm. We did go to garage sales yesterday. There were 2 neighborhoods that we knew about. One that I drove by later and saw that it was a neighborhood garage sale. I don't think it would have changed our course. We would have gone to it last if we had the time. We bought a lot more in those 2 neighborhoods than I think we have in the past.
I think we bought a lot more in just one of the neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
The one neighborhood, we go to it first because it's smaller. It's about half the size of the other one. It also has a lot less participation. Mm-hmm. This time was not that case.
No, there was a ton of sales.
It was crazy.
Yeah, we filled up the back of the Durango. One of the things that we bought was a tub of bulk Legos. I don't like bulk Legos. I much prefer to build the sets from it, but we had found a couple of Star Wars figures and animal creatures. I don't really know what you would consider that. And so we just asked how much for the whole tub. There was a lot of trash mixed in. It was kind of gross.
There's a lot of trash, a lot of just like other little accessories for Barbies, Fisher Price. There's unfortunately some Mega Blocks mixed in. And then just a lot of trash, a lot of pieces of paper, wrappers, string.
Yeah. So she said $10 for the whole tub of Legos.
Well, she said 15.
Well, she did say 15.
And then she hummed.
We thought about it.
And then she's like, I'll do 10.
And it included a really big gray Lego base plate as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that also helped seal the deal. It was like a 110-gallon tub. That was probably like a quarter to a third of the way full for like reference of it. So we spent the $10. Yesterday afternoon, we spent hours sitting on little kiddie stools around the tub, going through them, pulling out all the trash, all of the minifigures and pieces that we would want to keep from it. Then we took pictures of the bulk stuff and the minifigures that were going to be included. We listed it for $40 locally. It's already gone. We probably have maybe $100 in pieces pulled out that we are going to list individually. Mm-hmm. And then John got to keep the Star Wars figures that he...
Yeah, they're all early 2000, 2001. Nothing crazy expensive or crazy rare. It's just stuff that's kind of cool to see. You don't see 25-year-old Legos mixed in with a bunch of Lego friends and like Disney. There's a lot of like Disney CMFs. They're all down at my hands, which is probably what I'm currently playing with. But
Yeah, all Series
we
1.
just have a lot of like the Series 1 Disney. There's Stitch, Aladdin, Genie, Buzz, the Alien. There's Alice in Wonderland. There's just a bunch of stuff. Little Mermaid, Ursula. We've already listed those.
None of them are like 100% complete.
Yeah, they're all like bits and pieces, but other people can complete them when they want to.
Yeah, and we'll just price accordingly. But the sold prices were good enough that we will pull them and sell them. What was your favorite find from garage sales yesterday? We bought a lot.
So I'm gonna go with two different things. My favorite find was we found like a 1980s chalk line, which is like a satin jacket of the Houston Oilers. It's not because I'm a Houston Oilers fan. It's just we don't really see too much vintage stuff like that just on laying around, and it's just on their clothing rack, and it's $5. And of course, online they're listed anywhere from like 100 to 1,000, I think, which is I think crazy. It is a smaller size. I believe it was worn by a lady, probably one of the ladies of the garage sale. But I just think it's super cool to find vintage stuff like that. And then my most interesting find, which is not my doing, it's your doing, is we bought a large number. They're down by my feet. A large number of
Old lady shirts.
Old lady shirts. I was trying to think of a way to be polite. The brand is American Needle.
No, it's like American Sweetheart.
Okay. Yeah, American Sweetheart. American Needle's a sports brand. American Sweetheart. She found one and she's like, if you can find any others, you should pull them. And I found like 12 in a row.
They were like 50 cents to $1. But in the sizes, 3X and 4X, they sell online for about $20 each.
And that's why I make it my most interesting pickup.
To see how much we can actually make on it.
I'm interested to see how well these sell. Maybe lot 2 or 3 of them up at a time, sell them quicker. Maybe, we'll see.
All we have to do is sell one and we're in the profit. When we pulled up to this garage sale, though, John was like, ooh, lots of Hawaiian shirts. They were not. They were all ladies button-up.
Floral.
And all kinds of brands. Some like Lee, but then some brands that
What's that one lady's name?
Karen Scott.
Kim Rogers.
The
other K. We don't talk about Karen. You should know that.
But there were Karen Scotts there.
We don't talk about Karen.
But yeah, John was anxious to get started because that was like the first garage sale. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of these brands. Let me look some of them up.
She's digging through 50-cent old lady shirts. And I'm dying to get to the rest of the garage sales.
And this was after we were like, we're only going to buy quality items. Nope, I changed that on the garage sales.
Well,
I'm like loading up.
It's not quality. We made a decision to less is more. And the first garage sale, we ended up walking out with 15 shirts right off the bat. And then it went downhill from there.
I think they're really cute. I could see my grandma wearing all of them, though. They are. My favorite find was a 2-person zero-gravity chair. I didn't know they made, like, 2-person zero-gravity chairs. I've wanted a zero-gravity chair, but I've never found one in, like, good condition at a garage sale, and I'm not going to pay brand new prices for it. For the one that we picked up, and I don't see a brand on it. We paid $15. It's got cup holders and everything. On Amazon, they're listed anywhere from like $150 to $300, brand new. So I feel like that's a great deal. I am going to list it locally just to see if it sells, but I'm not going to leave it listed for very long because then I'm going to pull it and I'm going to keep it. We did sit in it yesterday, and it's definitely not a chair you want to sit in when it's 90 degrees outside and you're sweating because you don't want to be touching anybody else. But it is a perfect chair to like sprawl out and like recline in. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, that's all I've got today. Yeah, we bought way more stuff than I thought, so it's kind of a little stressful for me because I'm like still reorganizing the garage and I don't really know where to put all of this stuff. So we have a maze going on right now.
I just buy it, let you deal with it.
That's not true. You've been listening a lot. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Like this video and subscribe for more content. We talk in our studio every Sunday, and then we put out garage sale videos every Wednesday. So thanks for tuning in. See you guys next week.
Thank you.